Oh, oh yes, hello there. I didn't recognize you. I didn't see you come in. You didn't interrupt me as I was viewing my mass gallery of old Sega games that I was just admiring that I do every other day. This is certainly not an image I just found on Google, just to go ahead and kind of drive the point across of what I'm about to explain here. But if you're here now listening to me, I welcome you. This is Lethargic Rush, giving you something different, a little bit of an introspective. Now, if you're here, I'll go ahead and I'll tell you just what I hope to achieve with what I'm about to do, and the horrible mistake of videos I'm going to do here, and you'll see just how great of quality you can get with LPs. Basically, I'll go ahead and I'll give you a little bit of an introduction. Now, these are going to be some of the first videos I do, and only because I don't have the technology or equipment quite as of yet to go ahead and start streaming more HD quality things in 380, pretty much anything in 360. No, is it 380 or 360? I forget the resolutions, but anyway, until I get set equipment to start getting console Let's Plays going and everything else, I figured, well, how am I going to go ahead and how am I going to get the foot in the door with LPs? So I figured there's a bunch of old Sega games I want to go ahead and play, so I'll go ahead and do that instead. It'll be a good launching point. At least I think so. I don't really care. I just want to play all these old Sega games just because, like, I've been totally burnt out on almost new games for a while. I mean, there's really only one or two current gen games I play, and I'm like, I'm really just kind of on the fence about them. So it'll be good to get me away from the monotony of it. But with this coming as an LP, and with this being some of the first couple of videos I do here, I'm going to very quickly go ahead and give a little bit of an introduction with this. So, with LPs, this one, as well as any of the LPs I do in the future, I want to go ahead and I want to make it kind of structured. I want to make it to where I want to give an introduction, explain why I wanted to do this LP, what I hope to achieve about it, and what I expect will come out of it. So you're asking, why Genesis games? Why games that are over 20 years old? Because it's the same reason why any LPer does it, because it's nostalgia. I remember playing Sonic the Hedgehog, the first one, when I was 3 years old. Or no, it might have been 4 or 5. I may be exaggerating that. But I remember picking up that game and pretty much my entire gaming life being dictated from that, because I remember it was such a fun game. The music was great, the controls felt good, everything was vibrant and imaginative. There wasn't any explanation, it just put you in the game and gave you a simple direction of you can explore. You pretty much only have one goal, is to go right. But the fact that it was just so simplified, and the fact that even me, as a toddler, I could figure out exactly what I needed to do right then and there at that time. And pretty much with me, I'm a 90s kid, so Sega Genesis was pretty much my thing growing up the whole time. So, so pretty much, why am I doing it? Nostalgia's sake. And also, to explain this a little bit better, so basically what's been going on with me, and a little bit of background story. Ooh, make up your own canon as to me personally. For a while now, I've been in some pretty a pretty long set of circumstances where I have not had access to the internet or a really good computer. I have a laptop, but it's over 10 years old, so I mean, there's not much I can run on that. But basically, just up until about 2 months ago, I finally got Steam, and with that, I was able to find some of Sega's games. What prompted me to do this is that I saw on Steam there was a sale for, I believe, Hell Yeah, Jet Set Radio, Golden Axe, and a few other games. And I saw they were free, and I'm like, oh wow, that's really cool. So upon further inspection of that, I went to Steam, and I saw just what's available, seeing what was happening, and then lo and behold, they have a whole vast collection of Sega games, and tons of them, which I love to go ahead and replay. The main ones being Sonic 1, 2, and 3. Those are the big ones. But on top of that, I saw that I went ahead and I just bought the bundles collection, so I got like 43 Sega games. So I figured, current gen games currently just aren't doing it for me anymore. So why not just go ahead and do all these games? So what my goal is out of this whole playthrough and out of this particular series, along with one other special project I have planned, is I'm gonna go ahead and we're going to play 43 Sega games, and we're going to play them to completion, depending on the type of game. If I see a RPG, and I know it's going to be taking up a little bit too much of our time, I may do some quick edits, because for every single game, I don't want to spend more than about 7 parts on them, because then it kind of drags out and then we get kind of stuck on one game. If you guys want me to go ahead and play the RPGs, though, that'll be fine. Let me know, give me feedback, and that's what we'll go ahead and do. But for the most part, basically my goal, play 43 Sega games to completion. Go ahead and re-experience what the 90s were all about, up until the point when PlayStation 1 and N64 started bursting out on the scene and changing everything from there. But we'll go ahead and we'll get that set of playthrough done at a completely different time once I have the technology to do so. But what do I expect, though? This is a launching point. I think I'm gonna complete maybe 20 of these games, and the other ones I'll either lose interest, or I just won't have the drive to go ahead and complete them, or they'll be way too hard, or I'll forget to load a save state and forget to save my progress. So it's all going to be good stuff from there. So now with this one, I've taken a substantial amount of time just explaining what I'm going to do. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm actually just going to go ahead and do it. I'm finally going to get to the meat of the gameplay. I'm going to go ahead and do everything I need to do. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and do one last thing. Oops, hold on. Hold on. I got to... No. Alright, well, it's not precisely what I want. I just want the sounds. Alright, well, screw it. Go ahead and get that a little bit lower. Alright, so, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump right into it. And also what I'm going to go ahead and do is that I'm going to go from the top of my list down to the bottom. So things that interest me the most and that I played the most, down to the things that interest me the least and that I played the least. So you'll get the best quality going off before we start getting into the going into the dredges. But I'm sure these are all classic quality Sega games. I'm sure about it, but we'll see. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start this off with one of the first games here. And we're going to start with one of the first games, of course, running from top to bottom. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start from Sonic 2, Sonic 3. And then from there, we're going to work over to some of the shooters. We're going to work to Alien Soldier, Gunstar Heroes, Ristar, pretty much all of the great little platformers that Sega created over their nice long lifespan. So we'll continue from there. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get this shit done. So now... Ooh, I love that intro. Ooh, it sends shivers. Sonic Team presents the character they ran into the ground harder than any of their other mascots ever. Are you ready to go fast? Do you feel like you gotta go fast? Well, by golly, this is the game for you. But anyway, sorry. Let's just take a moment to have me breathe into the microphone and blow out the audio quality. But let's also take a moment to just Look at how happy this game is. Look how good everything is. Look at the colorful enemies. Look at the scrolling background. Look at the nice colors. Look at the great music. Yeah, because you can visually look at music. But I mean, just, like, as a kid, this blows your mind. This just blows your mind with how colorful things are, with how good the music is, with how good everything feels, with how good Sonic jumps, which is something that they've seemingly forgotten, that Sega team has forgotten how to do over the past God knows how many years. But, I mean, everything looks so good, everything sounds good. It's just, I mean, maybe it's just my nostalgia goggles coming through, but I mean, like, I wouldn't think so. Because I played a lot of current platformers, as well as a lot of current Sonic games, and boy howdy, they just don't mesh up to the magic that would be this particular game. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm being biased. If you guys know any good games, please let me know. But I mean, it's just I look back on this game, and it's just, it can't be anything but good times. And ring. So anyway, yeah, what's the objective of the game? What did the tutorial tell me to do? The tutorial told me to go right, and how did I figure that out? Because I couldn't go left. So, now we're going to a special stage. Now, as you'll notice, you'll be seeing these special stages a lot, but in different formats. What do these special stages do? They get you pieces of the MacGuffins known as the Chaos Emeralds in the Sonic universe. No, please God, no, man. Anyway, those special stages, if you complete those get you the Chaos Emeralds, which in the first Sonic game, they only get you an alternate ending. The second game, they give you a power-up, which if you collect 50 rings and double jump, then you become hypersonic or supersonic or fucking that. I always used to call it hypersonic for some reason. But in the third game, it gives you the power-up, and it also lets you pretty much fight the true boss. And so they get way more incentivized in the future. I think one of the other changes too is that in the first game there was only 5 Chaos Emeralds, but in Sonic 2 and 3 they changed it to 7, so they added another 2 for whatever reason. I think I'll have to look back on the footage and see if that's the case. But yeah, so that's what the special stages do. I'm pretty sure we're gonna try and do them all, but if I don't get them, then forget it. I'm only gonna actually get them in Sonic 3 because those are the only ones that truly matter. So, but anyway, just like any good platformer, every stage brings a new little challenge and gives you a new little obstacle, which you gotta go ahead and kind of wrap your mind around and just move around it. So, because that's what a good platformer does. It introduces something new every level. Because there's so many. Oh my god! Whoa! Oh, ooh. Yeah, no. Right when you hear that music start, Sonic's bolting over to the right. So I'm glad I was able to get that. Holy crap, that was close. So, alright, come on. I really hope I get this gem for no reason other than to improve my high score. I can't wait to put it up on the internet, which at this point was AOL dial-up. Oh, come on, off! Oh my god, oh. I don't get what some of these things are. I know the R reverses the way the stage rotates, but I don't know what up and down mean. Does, like, up mean it increases the... Oh my god. I'm... Oh, man. I'm choking. I'm choking in front of everybody, and nobody's giving me any CPR. It's a damn shame. Continues. Lives and continues. I have no save states. Actually, no, I do have save states. But do I want to use them? Wow. These guys are just big fans of just littering invincibilities everywhere. In the first game, I guess it's kind of a given, but in the later ones, they're things that you kind of have to look for. But yeah, no, in the first game, they're... Whoa! That was cool. I jumped right off that guy's head and I didn't even have to jump. Amazing. Thank you, iframes. So I believe in the Sonic universe. We are currently on Angel Island? I don't know. It looks a lot like Angel Island. It looks almost exactly like it. The background as well as the nice breezy water. And I don't know where I'm going. Oh. Also, enemies. They're robotic. But little small animals pop shit right out of them. Oh my god. It's almost like how hybrid cars work. They run off the blood of small animals. No, that's a horrible joke. I feel bad for making it. But now we're gonna go up here. But, anyway. Also, I believe... What the... I'm running into way too many of these Okay, well, screw it. Thanks, game. You want to give me iframes? Thank you. But you may be wondering, for no reason, why are we facing bees and ladybugs and robots? And why are there animals popping out of them? Well, at the end of this level, you're going to meet the most evil motherfucker right next to Dr. Wily and Dracula and a few others. Because his crimes are only made worse by the fact he just stuffs small animals to make killer robots. Who is that evil motherfucker? It's this guy. Look at this motherfucker. Look at his grin. Everything about him spells evil. He is Dr. Robotnik, Dr. Eggman. I really don't know what people call him now, but I always called him Dr. Robotnik. Just because, I mean, I always hated him. I always hated him. Just because he's a smug son of a bitch who always got to fly around his pod. You never get a real good chance to like ever hit Dr. Robotnik ever because he's always in the pod. He's actually unless it's in cartoons or anything else, I've never seen him get out of that fucking pod. But then again, I never watched the Sonic cartoons, and that's how you defeat the first boss. Simple stuff. Oh, when he freaks out. But anyway, what was Dr. Robotnik doing? So we completed the level, and what's our mission? Sonic works for PETA because he saves the animals. Yeah. Subsequently, all of the animals that you save ultimately get turned into comic and cartoon characters. Every single one of them. And if you don't believe me, we're going to go ahead and prove it here real shortly. So now we're in Marble Zone. New tile set, new background, and new music. Also, if one of you want to go ahead and let me know about this, who is the name of the person who composed the Sonic music? Fuck it, I'm just gonna go ahead and check out the credits after this. But the music in Sonic is it's so good. It's so memorable. I mean, I think it's pretty damn memorable. I mean, I have an entire folder in my music library dedicated to just Sonic remixes. Thank you, OC Remix. Go ahead and check them out. But yeah, I mean, the music just so memorable. And until we get to Sonic 3, which I believe is the best musical tracks in the Sonic lineup, then we won't really be grooving out until then. But what's the gimmicks of this level? Platforms, bats, spikes, lava, all good stuff. All good stuff. Not good for me though. Nah. Also, let's take an effective moment to realize that was the hardest puzzle in any Sonic game. Alright, so more shields, more power-ups, more falling blocks. Oh god. Yeah. And so the game's like, oh, you want to keep going fast? Hold on. Hold on, I gotta go ahead and I gotta fix this. Give me a second. Oh, this is silly. I have to go ahead and do things in post. Actually, let's see if we can go ahead and do something else. Give me a second. Nope, actually, I think we're good. So, let's just go ahead and continue. There we go. Alright, yeah, let's continue. Alright. So, let's also take a fundamental time to realize, where the hell are we? we're in a ruins with bars and spikes and sliding platforms. Then we were on an island. So I guess it makes sense. But I mean, did Sonic ancestors build this? Who lives here? Who lives on this island? And once we get to some of the later levels, it really starts to break down the story of Sonic, because I have no idea where any of it takes place. I really don't. The next level in particular is going to be a strong debater of that. So, yeah, no. But pretty much with every standard Sonic game, you have island level, then a ruins level, then city level, casino level, underground level, and then big Robotnik Fortress space level. And so long as you do that, then congratulations, you have successfully made a Sonic game. So long as you have those things. But if you don't have those things, then you fucked up. God. I'm thinking about all this, and I'm just thinking back on Sonic Boom, and I'm like, oh my god, why? What did they do? How did they do it? Why did they do it? Bam, bam, bam. Nice. I'm pro. I'm pro at this game. I completed this game in under 10 minutes. That's how you know I'm good. I don't mean the game. I mean I completed this level in 10 minutes. No! I always hate that. Yeah. Like, I think about Sonic Boom and I just kind of weep a little inside. But you know what I do appreciate? I appreciate another game I actually played last year, actually. That being known as Freedom Planet. And my god, oh, that's the best feeling platformer I played in a long time. Granted, it's a weird mix of platforming and story elements, which the story elements, like, they don't need to be there, but they are, and it's a nice touch. But for the most part, if you guys want to go ahead and play a great platformer, play Freedom Planet. You're not going to regret it. And just look up videos for it. You won't be disappointed in the very least. And it may or may not have taken one or two inspirations from Sonic. It's unconfirmed, but so bam. And if you missed that, you have to go all the way back and redo the whole thing, and that fucking sucks. Those things, I'll jump on one of them so I can show you guys what those do. Although, if I'm having to explain the enemies and the mechanics of a Sonic game, then wow. Granted, you may be 20 years too late to the party, or maybe even 15 years late, actually. I'm not quite sure. But, if there's anything you want me to show off, I'll do it. I'll show off everything, because fuck it. Some people may not know about Sonic the Hedgehog. Some people don't know how fast he has to go. Oh! No, fuck you. No, thank you. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. I don't know why the rings are stuck in a little TV box. It's like Robotnik. Robotnik pretty much makes the only things that are of any high-tech value, but that's also not true, because then there are the later levels, which, oh, I could have gone my chain so much higher than that. That's a shame. Yeah, I love doing that. Seals. I'm sure that's not a Sonic character anywhere. Oh, wait. Iframes. Screw you. Oh. You can't stop me. Nothing can stop me. I can jump right into spikes, and I couldn't give less of a shit. But anyway, if you jump on these guys, that happens. And this has the famous Sega quality that they'll stay on the screen for as long as you see them, but the minute you scroll off the screen, they're gone. So, oh, classic 2D platforming rules. Fuck you, Robotnik. I almost wish that like it was just a picture of just like an angry Sonic face with him just flipping the bird, just be like, "Fuck you." Only Shadow the Hedgehog would do such a thing. Only Shadow the Hedgehog murdered Dr. Robot. Oh my god. I'm thinking of some Shadow the Hedgehog playthroughs I've seen in the past, and god, it's just... Let's give a Sonic character, a nice, bright, and vibrant character who jumps to defeat all his enemies, and give this guy a gun. Oh, I weep and I mourn. But now, bats! Should I go down here? Yeah, sure. But anyway, yeah, these levels, in the case of any game, that should be the case, not too starting off, but in the later levels, oh man, it fucking ramps up big time. Especially the second to last level, Scrap Brain. Oh man, there are some bullshit things that happen in that part. But sure, gotta take leaps of faith. And let's see. Oop. Hooah. And also rings. Let's talk about rings now. So the rings. The rings are Sonic's main life. As long as he always has ones, he is pretty much invulnerable. But if he loses one and takes a hit, it's over. Just like that. It's freaking bullshit traps. See? Yeah, as long as you always grab one. So, it begs the question if Sonic is immortal. Because, I mean, he can jump into lava, but as long as he grabs a ring within the time that he has his frames, he's fine. And also, there was something I actually thought about when I was doing another Let's Play of this particular game that I did many years ago. I brought up something of note. So, Dr. Robotnik has the ability to turn animals into other animals and turn them into mechanical things. So, and he created Metal Sonic. So, the thing I wonder is that did he have to put another animal into that to make Metal Sonic? And if he did, does he have the ability to just completely write the genetic makeup of all the animals? So then this begs a question, is Sonic even a hedgehog? God. Why am I looking this in depth? Why am I looking into... Oh! Thinking about the Sonic canon just ruined me, so never mind. I'm not gonna think about it anymore. But yeah, I don't know, that'd be hilarious. It's like, oh, Sonic! You realized that you were never a hedgehog! Like, what do you mean? And then, like, turns out that, like, he was just another echidna or something, or some dumb stuff like that. I don't know. The only thing I know is that in the Archie comics for Sonic, Metal Sonic is actually Sonic's dad. Now, I want you to take the statement that I had, and I just want you to sit with it right in your gut. Just let it sit. Whoa! Ho! 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 Santa Claus doing combos. Ho, ho, ho. But, anyway, moving away up here. Bam. Bam. God, I don't want to get spiked. I don't want to get a spike in my hedgehog butt. Ooh. Nice. We always gotta save the animal buddies. Some people go for speed. I go for completion. I wanna... You play this game to save the buddies. You don't do it to, like, get a high score or anything. You don't gotta move at a brisk... Oh my god, I hate those spikes so much. What's even weirder is that you can do something like this, too. Watch this. You can land on a... Okay, no, that's not what I want to show you. Okay, so... You can do that and... Hold on. I can do it. Okay, well... With certain spikes, for whatever reason, if you land on top of them and you push against them, when they retract back into the wall, you actually take damage from that. And I have no idea why. It's dumb.